Oh, good morning, and welcome back to Ohio Farm. It's the middle of September, 6 o'clock in the morning. Looks like sun's starting to come up a little later. I think it was light this time yesterday. So we are into autumn time frame. So over the past day, beginning of September, we drilled fields 2 right behind the house here, and field 6, which were our original fields with barley. Do not see any growth yet showing. I'm not sure if we ran over it with a weeder, if it would get rid of the weeds right now. Something maybe we could take a look at later on. We're 50% fertilized right now, so we can fertilize again, get another fertilizer state on it, which will improve our yield to up in the 90 percentile range. But you can't really do that until you get a growth stage. It's got to have a different texture painted on the field, a change in it from the time you did the last fertilization, which is when we ran over it with the drill. When we ran over it with the drill, we put in I guess a seeded texture, but because our drill also did fertilizer, it immediately fertilized it right after that, or maybe right before it. Whatever, it's in a state right now that it won't accept another stage of fertilization on it. Got the JCB down here with the drill on the back of it. We did some maintenance on the drill last night, but I wanted to show you something with the JCB. Oh man, okay, so we're below 50%. This definitely needs some maintenance. You can't see the number of hours this has on it. I think it's got about 44 hours on it as well. And the more hours you have on a tractor, the more it needs maintenance. If I go into the menu here, and to do that, I have to push a different button. That was the wrong one. Here we go. So I'm going to go down to my vehicles and see if I can find the... it's easier if I go into the garage, I think. We go into my garage here, go to my medium tractors, and go to the JCB here. So you can see it's got 44.4 hours on it. So we drilled essentially 2 fields with it since we did maintenance on it last, I think, at least that much. So we have to do maintenance to repair it, $2,760. So there we go. Back up at 100%. But pretty expensive to run this machine just because of how many hours it's got on it. Which is why I think you want to try to use the lowest horsepower tractor with an implement that'll run it. Now we started with this, but I think it requires more horsepower than our original tractor had. I don't know if it'll make it work or not. We're under cedars here. So it's got a 210 horsepower requirement, and our other medium tractor only has like 190. Now that John Deere might pull it and make it work, but it's probably less than optimal. Maybe at a reduced speed, maybe it will get away with it, but we've been using the JCB just to ensure that we got the proper horsepower pulling it. I love these JCB fast tracks just because they go 40 miles an hour, and I think I've said it before. Great for carting, hauling your product to your sell points when you got to go any distance. I suppose just back and forth to the fields and stuff, not really a big deal, but when you got to go any distance. Of course, that's why we got the truck and the trailer. So I don't think we've got any change in ground state here that we're going to be able to either weed or fertilize. Certainly not fertilize. We need to drill wheat in field 1 over by the neighbor's place, which I'm feeling more and more guilty about putting stuff over there. It's like $260,000, I think, to buy that, and man, that's almost all of our money. I hate to do that. Maybe we will formally rent it, come up with a rental agreement and a monthly fee, and I'll take that money out to pay that rent on that until we buy it, because I do feel bad about it. Let's take a look at the contracts available. I think there was just one fertilizing contract. In field 23, it'll pay $7,000. You know what? I'm going to accept that contract, and we're going to go do that first thing. If I can. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to have to move the pickup out from the broadcast spreader, and we'll use the John Deere, even though it's slow. But like I said, I'm tired of beating up the JCB by using it too much, more than necessary. We're going to need this seed. I'm going to park here. And we will. How much fertilizer do we have? Oh, we got plenty. So we'll take the 4755 over there and do this job. Wow, I don't think I use this to put it in there. Am I going to be able to get back to it? Not with these duals on here, am I? Like a Chinese jigsaw puzzle in here anytime we gotta do anything. That's what it'll be nice when we get over and get full use of those buildings over there. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna say we are officially renting the place over there, and I will take money out. The bad thing about that is we don't get access to the chickens, so I'm gonna think on that. Maybe I hate to do it. I don't do loans normally. I think I took out a loan once. Don't like to do it, but maybe we'll just take out a couple $100,000 loan, or just enough to get that place, just so we can take it over. and begin to use it. I think that might be the best way to do it. I mean, I could make the money go away. What I would do is I would find a machine in the equipment store to lease that would cost about what we'd want to make the rent, and then I'd lease it and just return it, and that would be how you make the money go away. But I think it might be better to just take out a loan and buy it. And yeah, we'll have to pay interest on that loan and pay it back, which will put a, you know, at least in my mind, a damper on future expansion. Just because I don't like to have the loan, I want to get that loan paid off before I do anything else. And I don't know, I don't handle loans well, I guess. So we're going over to field, I don't know what it was, I forgot. I know where it's at, kind of. We'll look over there and we'll get this field fertilized. I think it's back here. But it's further, we're going west right now, right? Our place is right down there, I think. So, let's check the mini map here. Oh, it's this one right here. Field 23. Okay, I'm gonna open the help menu, make sure that I've got my getting full 42 meters. Not great that it's dark, because I'm not gonna be able to see how well I'm doing, how well my coverage is, but there we go. Could probably do a little better. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, missed a bit. Where is the edge? There we go. I want to get like full coverage all the way out to the edge, and that way don't want to have to make any excessive passes doing this, you know. Like now I'm wasting. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get through. Wow, what am I doing? I'm trying to do a good job, and I am failing miserably. I'll blame it on the lighting, but I can't see what I'm doing very well. We'll get it done. Sun's coming up. Beautiful morning here in Ohio. As I miss some more. Oh man, I must not be going. Yeah. I am not efficiently working here, but the nice thing about this broadcast spreader with 42 meter working width is you can make short work of these fertilizing contracts. So in a short amount of time, you can make some money. You do have the input costs of having to buy the fertilizer, which you would, I guess, have to maybe factor into the actual net profit, but certainly it makes you feel like you're making money because you're getting a contract completed and doing it fairly quickly. I guess the bad thing is that I'm using the fertilizer product that I would use to do my own fields. So we're going to definitely probably have to buy some more fertilizer, which, since I still have those straw bales in the trailer, it means using the pickup, which means I can only get 2 big bags at a time. How complete am I? I don't want to have to do more than I need to. 98. So here's a little tip. Oh, let's make it smaller. So I'm contract complete. I didn't fertilize the whole field actually, but the interest of making the most money, I'm going to go ahead and collect on that contract. And it's magically all done. So I would just be needlessly utilizing my product to change the ground texture on the rest of that field. I did sufficient work to be paid. If it was cultivating, I probably would have done the whole thing, because that's just time, not the product. But since I'm using fertilizer, it costs me money to do more than I need to complete the contract. We don't want to spend more money than we have to. Alright, so it's not even 7 o'clock yet. And we made some money. Actually, I paid for the maintenance on the JCB and a little more. Probably the fertilizer that we used. We still got 1,355 liters in this spreader, which won't go probably as far as we need it to, but something. We're going to get back to the farm and remember to change the seed type to wheat and drill field 1. Okay, arriving back at the farm. We're going to need this for our own fields. I don't know if we'll need it today though. We'll go ahead and leave the, well, we'll use this for the weeding. So I will drop the spreader off. I was going to keep it on, but I might check to see if I run with the weeder over the field, if it will actually clear it of the weeds without having the ground state change first, showing the first growth. Because if there's no contracts, no more contracts pop up, we won't have anything else to do for now. So Okay, I'm full on seeds. Almost forgot. Is it? No. I'm gonna pull up help menu. Change the seed type. It's gonna be L1 triangle. There we go. That's wheat. Yep. Got my beacons on. That's what I did. I was doing the up arrow on the D-pad, not the triangle. All right. So we're gonna get over here to field 1, and we're gonna get this field drilled. Drop down. Go around a couple of times, get headlands established, and then we can go back and forth. Yeah, I feel bad about using the buildings and the bins over here without compensating in some way. And while, you know, making the money go away, just, I don't know. I'll have to continue to think on it. At a minimum, I will pay $1,000 to $2,000 a month for the use of the buildings. Until I buy the property. We'll go with that. Because I think it's going to really mess with my head if I take out the loan. I'd like to acquire the grass field just to the south of the bins. And then maybe the field to the west of the buildings before I actually purchase the farm proper, the buildings. At least that's kind of my thinking. So until such time as I do that, I'll pay. What do you think? Oh, too close to that tree. It's not going to get it either, is it? Okay. Let's come up, back up. I'm closer to it than I realized, maybe. Don't want to miss any of the field, but I am making a mess of this, ain't I? I want to be thorough and get it all the way to the edge. I don't know, I feel I'm cheating if I only pay $1,000 a month, and maybe even $1,500 is not enough. So, all right, I hereby commit that I will pay $2,000 a month for the use of the buildings on this farm over here without access to the chickens. So I'll make that happen. I will pay for September as well. Even though we're mid-September now, I'll make a couple thousand go away. And every month until I actually buy it, I will pay $2,000. Probably seen enough use of the seeder, the drill, in the last couple episodes, so we will time lapse this for you. So I'll see you when it's done. Okay, that's the wheat done. Got weeds as well. It's going to need fertilizing, but that is the wheat done. All right, we're going to take this back to the farm. We're going to wash it and then figure out what else we're going to do. Let's take a look at contracts here quick. Nothing. Let's take a look at the machinery store, see what's on sale. Ooh, a Capella. One of those sunflower headers, I think. Yep. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wow. This is different from FS19. In FS19, this header for the combine harvester would only do sunflower seeds. But in this game, it'll do all your standard grains plus grass plus... Oh, it's for a forage harvester. Okay. I was thinking it was a helianthus, which is also made by Capella. Okay. Never mind. My mistake. Okay, so there's no contracts to do. And there's no machinery to buy. So I think probably after we wash this up, we can check and see if the weeder will work. I don't like to do it at this stage just because you can't see any change. But then again, even if we wait till the first stage of growth of the crop, I don't know if we'll see the weeds enough that you'd be able to see where you're going with the weeder also. So that's where we'd really have to use the azimuth off the mini-map to get the heading correct to get good coverage on the field. Because if you're sloppy about it, you can kind of just waste a lot of time and not do a real good job. And then complain about how weeding, oh, it doesn't seem to work. Well, actually, you're not being careful enough to get full coverage, because if you're not getting the good visual indication, it's easy to miss quite a bit if you're not being very diligent about exactly what you're doing. Let's go ahead and do the maintenance on this equipment. While we're here, we got to move the SUV out of the way to put the seed drill back anyway. So let's take a look here. So all we did, these were both at 100% this morning. All we did was field 1. It's only $52 for the drill, seed drill, and $300 on the JCB just to do that one field. Okay, so if we're going to back in here, we're going to need to move this. I'm just going to park this up in the driveway. Leave room for the kids to play basketball, though. man. Airballed that, huh? And then I chase it down the hill. Whew. Boy, I really overshot that. Don't know my own strength. A little out of practice, I guess. 2 points. All right. Little recreation while there's no farming work to be done. All right, so, all right. I don't think the John Deere's going to be in the way. Yeah, it is. It's what we're going to use with the weeder anyway, so we'll just go ahead and put it up there in the drive. Now let's see if we can. I don't know, my backing might end up being embarrassing. I guess I can always edit this part out, right? If it looks really bad. Put it there. It's not perfect, but it'll work for now. All right. What's that? Oh, it's like a Power Harrows or something. Okay. No contracts. So I guess we'll try and experiment with the weeder. Wow, got it really tucked in there good against the building. I wonder if it rendered it in a little tighter than I actually left it, because this is going to be fun to try and get out without hitting the building. I don't think it tucked it quite that well. Maybe I did. Now I don't normally use this weeder because it's expensive. I was able to pick this one up on the used equipment market. So it's a little nicer weeder, a little larger weeder than I'm used to. So I will probably be a little challenged to operate it efficiently. So let's just do a little pass here along the edge and try and get all the way up to the edge. That's probably good enough. So if we look down at the field info, see weed growing, need to hit it with a weeder. If we come over here behind the weeder where we did go, we can see we did get the weeds. So weeding is useful now. Problem being, You can see absolutely no change in the texture that the game has down on the field. So the only way to do this efficiently, well, I don't know about efficiently even, but the only way to do it to get full coverage is to be very deliberate about it. And the only way to do that is bring up the mini map. And pay attention to your azimuth. So I'm going to try and do the edge. Just going to cut the grass at the edge of the field if it gets out that far. That's okay. We're not going to mow this and use it anyway. So it doesn't matter really if we do kind of get that grass. That tree, I need to get rid of that tree, that's in the way. Need to get a chainsaw and get rid of that thing, because I've hit that more than once with something. It keeps me from getting all the way out to the edge here. Remind me next time I go back to the store, pick up a chainsaw. Come, we'll take care of that thing. Just in the way. Okay, I want to make sure, certain that we're getting all the way out to the edge. I don't care about not being efficient and overlapping excessively when I'm in the field with this. So what I want to do is make sure that I get good full coverage, get all the weeds out of it that I can. Check the map quick. Soil composition, this will show us the weeds. All right, I'm going to take off the, all right, take the mulch off. Take the fertilizing off. That's interesting. I don't see the weeds. Are they going to come back anyway? I wonder. They should show up on this. Oh, maybe they're off. Oops. What did I do? Hire a worker accidentally? Yep. All right, let's go look at this map again. I don't know what's going on there, honestly. Tell you what, we'll do just this field. Carefully, and we'll see what happens. See if the weeds come back. They shouldn't. It's weird, they should show up with that filter. It ought to show up that there are weeds in here. I hope this doesn't end up being a waste of time, but this is a pretty large working width on this particular weeder, so maybe it won't take us very long to get it done. Nothing else really we can do right now anyway, so Maybe we'll learn something here. If I remember correctly, this should take care of it though. It's generally not the preferred way of doing it, especially in a regularly shaped field like this, because I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to accurately ensure I got full coverage. But I can do the best I can. Do the best I can. I'm bothered by the fact that in the map you don't see it. I feel like I'm wasting my time. It's sort of like using the spray, like you think it should be like a pre-emergent. Spray the weeds off before they even show up, but I don't know if it'll work that way. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I believe I've tried it in the past, and I don't think it works that way. But I thought this did work. I'm encouraged by the fact that when we look, it appears to have said that the weeds are gone. What is it working with on this? Look in the garage, go to my weeder. Where is it? Weeder, weeder, weeder. Weeder. Not saying it, weeder. Weeder. Come on. Where is it? There it is. $12 meters. It's pretty big. I'm just going to try and follow this line. I think that should be good for there. I'm going to come over here. I think this should be good. And then I'm just going to run 090 all the way down. All right, so looking in the lower left at my mini map here, I got 1066, Battle of Hastings. The east side of the field over there, and this west side I'm kind of eyeballing a little bit, so maybe we'll see the difference between how good a coverage you get when you're eyeballing it compared to when you're trying to be somewhat deliberate about it. How many times did it come back across this way? I don't even remember. It's been a little bit since I was over here. $58.46. I think I did come down through here twice before. On that edge, so I should be all right now. I think we got it all. I think we got it all pretty good. Let's. Man, we're in here kind of close. I don't know, something needed some maintenance pretty good. I don't know if it was the tractor. Well, we did use it for the fertilizing this morning, didn't we? Where's my toolbox? There we go. Tractor. Yeah, it is a tractor. 1,575. Repair. Weight. Repair. Weeder. Not so much. It was the tractor. All right. So there we go. That's weeding done on this field. It's going to show up. Looks like it doesn't have weeds in it now, as opposed to the other field, but for whatever reason on the map, weeds aren't showing up in our fields. Maybe because it hasn't colored them in, you know, hasn't put the weed texture down, and that's why you can't see on that filter. Don't know. Any contracts? No. Any new gear? No. All right. So I think we're just gonna have to find ourselves some busy work, keep ourselves busy. Shoot, I should have put this in the seeder when I had the chance. Got these seeds out of the back of the truck because I'm gonna need it to get fertilizer. Brr. I gotta figure out how to do that. Alright. I'll probably just think of some busy work, keep ourselves busy. Maybe we can take these straw bales over to the barn over there at the west place. So we're gonna do some chores.